There's two types of ransomware these days. There's ransomware that is focused on traditional infrastructure, local area networks, and then ransomware that's targeting modern cloud infrastructure. So the two are quite different, but if you look at traditional ransomware and traditional networking environments, and you combine that with a healthcare setting, where you've got legacy devices that probably aren't running the latest versions of operating systems, there may not even be patches available for the outdated operating systems that some of the sort of medical devices, MRI scanners and so on are running these days. So they are susceptible to ransomware. And we've already seen examples where ransomware has had an impact that has affected German hospitals and the level of emergency care that they've been able to provide. Fortunately, it hasn't resulted in human casualty yet, but I think it's only a matter of time before it absolutely does. Having said that, there's really two forms of ransomware circulating at the moment. One type is aimed at traditional infrastructure, one more at cloud infrastructure. When you're talking about healthcare and MRI scanners and out-of-date devices and operating systems, it's more of the traditional defenses that come into play. It is firewalls. It is all about very strong email and web security. Most malware comes into an organization either via the email channel or through the web channel. So very strong email and web security is very, very important. When you look at the sort of cloud ransomware that's circulating, then that's a completely different response that organizations need to take, and in that case it's micro-segmentation that's really your friend. So you want to really segment those cloud environments as much as possible, in the same way that we've used VLANs for years and years on local area networks. Censornet have an autonomous integrated security platform, performs a number of services including email security, web security, cloud application security, multi-factor authentication to protect user accounts with more than just passwords. We know that so many large-scale breaches start with a weak or stolen credential, so anything you can do to protect the accounts with more than a password is really important. And then obviously COVID, as we know, it completely killed finally the traditional perimeter. The new perimeter is all about context. So most recently we've added identity as a service into the Censornet platform, because when it comes to context, identity is the killer context. It's fantastic to be back in a face-to-face environment where you can actually see people in 3D rather than 2D on the end of a Teams or a Zoom call. I think we're all delighted to be here again. The Excel is a fantastic venue. We're seeing some really good attendance levels today, so really exciting.